What's up, guys? Hi, welcome to today's workout. Things are going good on the squat. Slow, steady progress is being made, and I'm not particularly worried about my legs regaining full strength during this summer and surpassing my previous record of 135 kilo squat times 10 during the summer. Not worried about that. However, the deadlift really isn't going well. It's a grip issue. On the first rep, I feel like I could do 6 or 7 reps, but I failed already on the fourth, re-attempted, got the fourth, and didn't get the fifth. So my grip is really limiting my deadlift, and it's unfortunate. So what I will do is I'm gonna drop the weight on deadlifts. I've been working with 150 for really long now, not making any progress at all. So I'm going to have to drop down to around 140 kilos on the deadlift, which is very unfortunate since it's close to what I'm doing on the squat. But, drastic times require drastic measures. I'm definitely going to do something about it. I don't want to stay here anymore. I'm fed up with this now on the deadlift as well. I'm doing kettlebell swings. I did get 70 reps a day, which is a new record with 20 kilos. So I'm getting stronger on my kind of assistance lift to my deadlift, which is the kettlebell swing. So I'm building work capacity in these weak muscles, my grip, building work capacity. Obviously the grip isn't a muscle, but it's a combination of muscles. Building up the fatigue resistance in my grip, building it up in my lower back, in my hamstrings, in my glutes, even in my traps to some degree, like just building that entire posterior chain with those kettlebell swings. They do probably work well. I feel like I don't really get fatigued in my lower back anymore to the same degree. So something's happened there, but it's definitely my grip at this point. So it's very unfortunate, but I'm going to have to decrease the weight on these deadlifts now, suck it up, do 140, really try to get that for 10 reps and then build my way back up. That's where I'm going to start. That might not be where I'll finish. I might figure something out, but that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm also noticing just generally physically that I'm pretty stressed with work right now. I've been doing 7 weeks pretty soon on my summer job, and it's a serious job. It's probably the second hardest job I've had, I would say. It's a desk job, but it's a mentally challenging job, which means it has physical repercussions, because mental stress isn't just your brain, it's your entire system. So the rest of today I'm going to chill. I don't have much time left, but I will be going to bed fairly early because I'm noticing as well that I really need the sleep. I do believe that my testosterone is tanking a little bit, but that belief obviously tanks your testosterone as well. So, I'm going to power through this, but with reason. I'm going to continue getting good sleep. This next weekend, I'm going to try to figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe I won't go so hard. Generally, I'll just maybe go and do something fun. I have not decided what I'm going to do this weekend, but I'm going to have to continue stepping back a few things outside of work and training in order to facilitate the work and training. I'm also going to continue studying because I have a tiny little bit of university work left from this year, which I didn't really complete. So I'm going to work on that, read a book as well. But that takes, 20 minutes a day and isn't particularly stressful. It's just boring. So I can do that. I'm actually going to do that after making this video. Tough times in a good way. It sucks now, but I probably will make a little bit of progress, which makes it worth it. Every little bit of progress at this point physically is excellent because, that just means that when I'm old, I have more room to fall without being extremely weak and crippled. So, if I get to a 200 kilo deadlift, that's 100 kilos to lose on the deadlift before I get to 100, which still, you can still move at that point. But if I only get to, 185, as I've done so far, minus 100 kilos is 85. Obviously, it doesn't work that way. precisely, but the stronger your ceiling is when you're in your 20s and 30s, the better you'll live after that. And in addition, much more importantly, my prime will be better. Because, these old people that I meet, they're not particularly interested in where they're physically at right now. They're interested in, what was my prime? What did I do when I was young? I'm young now. I need to seize on the opportunity. Me choosing to work a stressful job, me choosing to study at university, these are choices I make, and I'm not going to let them get in the way of getting stronger. However, I can't just stay at home all day, not work, not go to school, sleep 12 hours a day, lay in the sun and weight train. I can't just do that. So my weight training will be slightly diminished in its capacity due to my general stress level, but I'm going to make sure this works, and that's all about striking a healthy balance, but also training very hard. You can't really let your foot off the gas too much just because you're in a generally difficult situation. You need to find a perfect balance, and a perfect balance often is pretty uncomfortable, because as I talked to you guys about in my previous video, improvement is uncomfortable. Every single improvement you make requires you changing and becoming a new person, a better person. So every single piece of positive change you make in your life is actually going to be associated with immediate pain for pleasure at a later date, or at least pride and dignity at a later date. So I'm going to take care of myself, not get into this kind of cortisol and fear driven I must get stronger, otherwise I'm worthless. Not get in that frame of mind, but get in the frame of mind that I must continue improving. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to create that reality. And a big part of that is making sure that I give myself the time to wind down. And that's why after this, I'm going to read that book, study a little bit, and then I will attempt to calm down during the rest of the day and get 9 hours of sleep in the best case scenario. I do need about 8-9 hours at this point. Obviously I don't really get 9 hours most days, but I do get around 8 on average, and I do really feel like I need more at this point with this very hard training and stressful work. So I'm going to have to increase the amount of taking care of myself, if that makes sense. I've been on for 7 weeks with hard training and with hard work. This last week, I have not been doing pre-commercial finning in the forest on our family land in order to decrease my stress levels, decrease my total workload. But it might not prove to be quite enough. Maybe I need to spend less time online. Notice how much I'm addicted to it. What do you mean, maybe? I need to spend less time online. I'm going to spend less time online so that my cortisol levels can kind of slow down, stabilize. I can get better sleep. And more importantly, less hours of my day need to be spent on being stressed. That's super fixable. But the main thing for me is decreasing the amount of information coming into my brain. My work is very information intensive. I need to really remember a lot of things and work on simultaneous tasks without losing track, which is very strenuous. And scrolling reels and YouTube shorts and watching YouTube videos on my free time is bombarding my brain with even more information outside of work. And you're not a different person outside of work as you are in work. You have the same brain, you have the same body during working hours and during your alone, or what would I call it? When you're clocked in and when you're clocked out, you have the same body, the same brain going through all of it. So, if my work is really stressful, well, maybe I need to be lazier outside of work. And lazy isn't watching Netflix, although Netflix is much better than scrolling. The real thing is I need to just not watch things that overstimulate my brain, because I need to start decreasing my amount of stimulation and really work on being a little bored, but actually just calming down, bro. So that is the message for today. I need to chill out and I need to relax so that I can get stronger. Goodbye.